Hi guys, we're going to go over the last few questions we stopped at yesterday during our notes. This is number 13, and we are to graph the line with the given characteristics. It says that m equals 4 and b equals 3. Remember that m stands for slope, and then the b stands for the y-intercept. So, which means I would begin with the y-intercept, and that's where it crosses the y-axis. So we know that the positive 3 would be the 0, 3 for our y-intercept. And because our slope is 4, this just means it's 4 over run. And remember, we are to rise and then we are to run. So from this point, 0, 3, we're going to rise 4 up because it's positive. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to run to the right once. So we know that the next point would be right there. And then we need to do the other side. And because we're going to go to the left, we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and then over to the left this time once. So our next point would be right there. And then we can do one more. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Moving to the left once. So our next point would be right there. And if you erase all of your loops, our nice little line should look like that. And that, let me make the line a little bit better. All right, there we go. So that would be our line. Number 14, we're going to do the same thing as the previous question. We're going to start with the y-intercept, which is 0, 2. We know that negative 2/3, that's saying this line is going to go down because of this negative. So, because it's rise over run, we either have to go up or down twice and then run left or right 3 times. So I'm going to start with 0, 2. And then because it's negative 2/3, it should be going down twice, 1, 2, and then running to the right, 1, 2, 3. So our next point would be right there. Once again, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3 to the right. Our next point is right there. 2 down, 3 to the right. Our last point should be right there. And you can do the other side of the y-intercept, but you don't really have to because we have 3 or more points going on. But if you were to do one on the left, we know that we just go the opposite direction. So 3 left, up twice. And then if you just draw a nice little line through those points, it looks something like that. Number 15, graph the line described by the equation using the slope and y-intercept. So the same thing, but now the equation is given. So for this one, we know that we can definitely start off with the y-intercept. And for the y-intercept, we know that'll always be that number by itself. And it's a negative 8. So we know that the first point should be here at negative 8. Then we know that 1/2 is the slope. So if we know that 1/2 is the slope, it's going up once and then going to the right twice. So from that point, I'm going to go up once and go to the right twice. So our next point is right there. Up once, going to the right twice. The next point would be right there. Again, going up once and then going to the right twice. And because it's a positive slope, we know this line should look like it's going up. So our line should look something like that. Number 16, we have y equals negative 5x plus 8. I'm going to start with my y-intercept now. We have a positive 8, so we're beginning right there. And then I know that the m is negative 5, which is the same thing as negative 1 or negative 5 over 1. So we know that we are rising down, and then we're going to go to the right once. Okay, so I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then run to the right once. Our next point is right there. go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Running to the right once. Once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Running to the right. Once right there. So now we have a nice line that looks like this. And that is it for today. So all you had to do was graph it instead of us writing the equation from a graph. We have to understand how to graph the lines. Hope this video notes help. Make sure you are working on the practice after these notes.